Well, good morning, folks. It's cold. You can tell. I can see that in the reflection. I headed into the ocean. We're going to try to catch some of these early season false albacore that have been popping up in Bonita. And there's some bluefish around. I got some small ones the other day. That being said, ice, then we're going to go in the ocean. Super easy. We're going to look for some big bluefish. Got decent water clarity, definitely about three feet or so. Looks like a lot of bunkers around. I think those are schools of Pogies, Bunker, and Hayden, all up on my screen right now, so that's a good thing. Alright, I'm going to set up on my first spot quick here. I'm going to just drop my shad. Flounder is definitely possible. There's been some caught inshore. You never know. And weak fish, redfish. So I guess I'm trying to cover all the potential bases. Got some bucktails with me too. We'll use those in a little bit. Try to see what the early season flounder situation is out here. 58 degrees. There might be a couple around already. Might just be wasting time, man. I haven't had a solid thump on the jig at all. See, those squatigs. Real small, huh? That's a baby. I feel like that's what's short striking me a lot. Small trap. Ooh. Nice. Oh, hello. That's something better right there. Keep a couple of those for dinner. That right there is a whiting. Kingfish, whatever you want to call them. I think I just figured out one of my short striking culprits. It is a good eating fish, at least. But it's not really what I'm after, but looks like I got whiting. So let's grab a bunch. All right. Loading up on the bucktail whitings. Another one. Alright, so here's my situation. I'm really not dealing with anything of size out here. I've come to accept that I'm catching small fish today. Once again. No big reds, no big blues, no albies. Just a couple of nice whiting. Gotta start trying a couple crabs. So, since there's not really a whole lot doing out here. Hey, look at that whiting. It's a big John right there. Keep him. Alright, weather just swung straight east. I'm not going to stick around for this to see what becomes. Just catching whiting. Instead of dealing with whatever surprise is headed my way right now, wind-wise. I think it's going to kick east. But we got 3 whiting. Woohoo! Let's get on the beach. My water's 58. So, almost there. Okay, so here's our sea mullet. I'm just kind of curious. Not a 2-pounder. I thought this was going to be a 2-pound fish. 1 pound, 5 ounces. So I guess they grow up to like 5-6 pounds, I believe. Somewhere around there. So 1 pound, 5. Alright, for this, I feel like I should be holding this fish if I'm discussing the features of it. Around these parts, I've heard this fish be nicknamed sea mullet, whiting, Virginia mullet, I've heard a lot of different names for it. I gotta put it down, it's freezing cold. As soon as you get north of probably Delaware, people call them kingfish. Now, if you call that fish kingfish here, people would be very confused. But if you call that fish whiting in the northern part of this country, there is another fish called whiting as well, and they are not related or intertwined or ever inhabit the same environments as those whiting are deep water and cold water fish. These whiting are warm water fish that are related to drum. Those whiting, I don't know off the top of my head, they're either related to hake or cod, one of those, I believe. I could be wrong, don't internet quote me on that. But these guys are warm water fish. Now, more trivia, I believe there's 2 strains of these fish. All the ones I've caught and seen in this area south of the Chesapeake Bay do not have those stripes or coloration that the northern ones do. The northern ones have a little bit of a striped pattern. However, otherwise they look pretty much the same. But I am no whiting or sea mullet connoisseur, so I cannot be 100% sure on the things that I'm spewing out my mouth right now. This is YouTube. It might be all false information, but I tried to give you an honest attempt at the most factual stuff I had at my hands. So I believe what I said is all true. And that's all that matters in 2019. If I believe it, it's true. You know, this guy's a well-liked eating fish anywhere you go. Makes great shark baits. Would I scale him? Pretty tough scales, actually. We're gonna take his skin off. Forget it. I don't want to do all that work. Much softer than drum. You probably won't do that to drum with your knife. Just kind of cutting along the rib cage. So let me slow it down a little bit. There it is. Nice, really white meat. All right, and there you go. Here's your whiting. I'm gonna end up frying it, man. I really don't care for a complicated recipe right now. Okay, so we're doing something a little weird. We're trying to lose a couple pounds, and instead of using regular flour, I'm using almond flour, which is a low carbohydrate flour. We're gonna try to reap the enjoyment of a fish fry without adding all the carbs. So this is my first time trying a no carb substitute. So we just rinsed our fillets. Get a couple of scales might have been on there. So just gonna pat it dry. That's Death Wish coffee over here. You ever have this? This is like, I finally had it for the first time a month ago. You know, I wasn't compensated in any way to say how much I like it. It's a very good cup of coffee. Not cheap, but it's very good. Okay, this is the seasoning I'm going to use today. I was clickbaited into this at the local Cape Fear Spice Market. Thought it'd be an interesting choice. Now we need an egg, and we're going to do it again. Well, we gave it a quick flip. It's got the right texture. Looks crispy. It's just like regular fried fish. Man, I love a good fried fish. So probably this is something I would never make on my own, or at least have experimented with. Maybe I would have. So we just want to see, you know, you can fry it without breading or grill it, but I like fried fish, and whiting is the type of fish you're supposed to fry. Here goes. Very good. It's not as crunchy as white flour. However, it's not as dense. It's hard to explain it. Like it's, I noticed right off the bat, it kind of pushes the oil out a little better. I feel like the proteins in the almond might actually have the fish absorb less oil. Is that like the right way to say it? Because what's unique about this, it's not soggy at all. Like it didn't like soak up oil at all using the almond flour. First of all, this fish is awesome. I love it. I haven't fried it up in a while. Much milder than croaker, redfish, black drum. It's a lot milder than these guys. Slow day of fishing, not what I intended by any means. still that was worth the time on my part. I kind of wish I had more bait to catch a lot more, but I don't think these guys freeze too well. Maybe they do. Well, there's links in the video's description, everything I was fishing with, bucktails, bottom sweeper jig. So we got that big one on a piece of crab. So that was kind of cool. I was fishing structure the whole time, but we're looking for bluefish and redfish, which will be soon. So, cooking videos, huh? People like the cooking videos. Well, hope you enjoyed this cooking video and how to fry fish without carbs. That was pretty good. So there are a lot of carbohydrate sensitive people out there. There's a lot of people who try to lose weight. My experience, low carb eating does make you lose weight as long as you stick to it. I've fluctuated a little bit over the years from being pencil thin to maybe 20 pounds overweight. But every now and then it's like when I look in the mirror and I'm like, all right, time to drop a couple pounds. Low carb stuff works out pretty dang well. So we're on that period now. And we're enjoying our fish. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch up with you very soon. Thanks.